Hi guys, Autumn here today to do my December wrap up. I read 18 books in the last 3 weeks. I have part 1 of December, which I'll leave down below. Um, as I said, I read 18 books in the last 3 weeks. This includes my hashtag Pramathon wrap up and the holiday wrap up. Booktubeathon wrap up. So I'm just gonna get started on Kindle books, and then I'll do the physical books. I don't have one of the books I read anymore because I didn't really like it, so I got rid of it. So the first book I read was Edge of Chaos by Molly E. Lee. This is book 1 in the Love on the Edge series. I gave this 4.75 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. This follows Blake, who is an aspiring storm chaser, sorry. No. And she's going to college in hopes to get that degree, and in one of her classes she meets Dash, who is a storm chaser, and they get to know each other, and all while Blake has a boyfriend who is abusive to her, but not like physically abusive. He's verbally, and like he's just well, actually, I would say he doesn't like beat her up, but he is forceful, and some may even say he is, like, rapes her, so just be aware of that. As I said, I really did enjoy this, and I like the aspect of them being storm chasers. I don't think I've ever read that as like a plot, but I highly recommend this book, and it was my first book by Molly E. Lee, and I have the rest of the series on my Kindle, so I just need to read it. But 4.75 out of 5 stars. Yeah. Then the next 3 I read are volume 1, 2, and 3, and that is the Hitch by Kendall Ryan. They're books in the Imperfect Love series. This follows Noah and Olivia, and their fathers are like CEOs of a big company, and Noah's father dies, and Olivia's father is sick, and in Noah's father's will, Olivia and Noah have to marry to be able to become CEOs of their father's companies, and pretty much all 3 volumes has them dealing with that. I gave them all 3 out of 5 stars. I liked them. I probably will never read them again, but they were quick reads. So that's volume 1. Volume 2 is this cover. Volume 3. Okay. Then the next 2 books are books 2 and 3 in a series, and that is the Good Old Boy series by M. Robinson. The first one I read was Forbid Me. This is my favorite book in the series, and sorry if you hear my dog barking. This is my favorite book in the series. This follows Jacob and Lily. This is a brother's best friend series, book, which I really enjoy. As I said, this is book 2 in that series, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. Very good. Then I read book 3, which is Undo Me by M. Robertson. This is Dylan's and what is her name? Audrey. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars too. This is a second chance romance, which most of this series is second chance romance. They met in high school, and something happened to Audrey, which is in this book. There is a rape scene, so just beware. That happens, and then she later, like a few years later, she is in an abusive relationship because she thinks that's what she deserves. And Dylan is a cop, and one's very hard to read. But I really enjoyed it. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really good. Oops, I almost dropped my Kindle. Then I read Sweet Cheeks by Kay Bomberg. This is a second chance romance. This I gave 4 out of 5 stars. Really did enjoy it. It follows Sailor and Hayes. Sailor is she has her own cupcake shop, and she dumped her fiance like 6 months ago, and then she gets an invitation to his wedding with another girl, and she decides to say she's going with a +1, and then her brother kind of helps her find her +1, and it is Haynes, who is a movie star and her first love, and he comes to the cupcake shop and decides to help her, but she saying she doesn't need his help, and yeah, they get to know each other again, and it's very cute and quick, and I highly recommend. 4 out of 5. And next one I read was Until Ashland by Aurora Rose Reynolds. This is book 3 in her Until Her series. This follows Ashland and Dylan, who is Ashland's boss. They go to a dental conference in Las Vegas, and then they wake up married. And then the rest of the book is, do they stay married? What happens? I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. This came out on the 27th of December, so yeah, I read it like right away. And the last Kindle book I read was For the Love of English by A.M. Hargrove. This is the first book I ever read by A.M. Hargrove, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really did enjoy it, and will be picking up some more of her books. This book follows, what is her name? Sheridan, who is English's teacher, and Beck, who is English's father, is a single dad, and they are Beck and Sheridan kind of get off to a rocky start, and yeah, Beck is a photographer, and Sheridan is English's teacher. And a lot of stuff happens. This book is told in 3 parts, and I really did enjoy it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, if you would like a full review on any of these Kindle books, just let me know, and I will be more than happy to do a full review. I'm going to talk about the book that I don't have anymore. and that is Dark Lover by J.R. Ward. That was book 1 in the Brotherhood Dagger series. I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. I don't think I will be continuing on with that series because I just did not like it. Dark Lover follows Beth and Worth, and yeah, I just didn't like it. So yeah. Now on to the other books I read. I read Sweet Hope by Tilly Cole. This is book, what is it? 3 in her Sweet Home trilogy, and book 2 in the Carlino Brothers series. This is Allie's book that you meet in Sweet Home, and then Allie moved to Seattle for a time being to work on a art exhibit for Eep, I don't know, and she has like the biggest crush on him because she loves his work, and Eep doesn't want anyone to know who he is, and yeah, I can't really say much about this because I don't want to spoil it, but I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really did enjoy it, and highly recommend this series. Sorry. Then I read book 4 in the Sweet Hope trilogy, and book 3 in the Carlito Brothers series. This is Levi's and I don't know. And Levi is Austin's brother that you meet in Sweet Fall, and this is his book, and Isa is a homeless, I have to sneeze, so sorry, homeless, and she's hard of hearing she's totally deaf in her left ear and can hear a little bit in her right ear. Bless me, sorry. And I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Really did enjoy it, and sorry, this review is not very good, but yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. And then I read The Journey Home by Kelly Elliott. This is a second chance romance. I seem to be in the mood for second chance romances. This follows Maddie and Kale. They meet one night at a college party, and they have one amazing night. And Maddie leaves the next day for London and for her job, and then they meet. And Maddie and Kale can't stop thinking about that one night, and one of Maddie's friends meets Cal in a Starbucks, and stuff happens. They start dating, and Maddie is hurt because her friend knew that he was the person she couldn't stop thinking about, and a lot of stuff happens, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Really did enjoy it, and yeah. Now, the next few I read for the Cramathon. The first one is Whiskey Princess. This is by Tony Aleo. This was a reread for me. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Really did enjoy it. This takes place in Ireland. This follows Emberlyn and Declan, who is the Whiskey Prince, and how they fall in love. And I'm really excited to continue on with this series. I just need to pick it up. But yes, 5 out of 5. Then the next two I read were for the challenge, read 2 books in 24 hours. So, the first one I read was Fighting to Breathe by Aurora Rhodes Reynolds. This was a reread for me. This was also a second chance romance, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Really did enjoy it. Again, this takes place in Alaska. This follows Austin and Leah, who were high school sweethearts, and then Leah's dad died, and she decides to leave Alaska and go somewhere else because she doesn't want that life. She's afraid of Austin dying because he is in the same job. He has the same job as her dad did, so she was afraid of him dying, so she decides to leave. And then she comes back 15 years? I think it's 15 years after that because her mom has cancer and she has to take care of her mom. And then she meets Austin, and these two have not really ever grown out of love with each other. So, yeah. Highly recommend this series if you're interested in second chance romance. And I read Wide Open Spaces by Aurora Rhodes Reynolds. This is book 2 in that series, but it's different characters. This follows Zach and Shelby's book. They were also high school sweethearts. Shelby had Zach's son in high school, and after she had their child, she gave it up for adoption and left. And then she comes back after her grandfather dies with her son. Yes, with her son. And Zach happens to be her next door neighbor, and he has 2 kids too. And they get to knowing each other and stuff. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars too. If you're interested in this happens to be $1.99 on Kindle for the month of January. So if you're interested, it also is on Kindle Unlimited, I think. So, yeah. I have 2 more, and these were both rereads, and it's book 1 and 2 in the Wanted series by Kelly Elliott. So you have Wanted, which is Gunnar and Ellie's book, and Saved, which is Ari and Jeff's book. Wanted follows Gunnar and Ellie. Ellie is verbally abused by her mom, and her mom's telling her from such a young age that nobody will want her, that no one will love her, no one will want to be with her. And then she meets Gunnar, who is Jeff's best friend, and he is so, intrigued with Ellie, and they form a friendship, and this is told in Gunnar and Ellie's point of view, and you also have some of Jeff and Ari's point of view, which I like. As I said, this was a reread. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend this series. And yeah. Saved has is Jeff and Ari's point of view, but they also have Gunnar and Ellie's, and Heather and Josh. But I highly recommend this book too. Also, you meet Ari's brother Matt, who has Fragile X, and I just love Matt. He is one of the characters I love, and yeah, I highly recommend this book too. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, those are all the books I read in the last 3 weeks. I know it's quite a lot, and mostly, for the most part, I enjoyed all of them. So, yeah. If you want any full reviews on any of these books, just let me know in the comments. What did you guys read? And I'll see you guys later. Bye.